Good morning to you, eighth grade. So, this is Miss Warren again. Just wanted to check in with you. You all have a new assignment for the week of May 11th. Last week, you took a look at a poem. This week, you're taking a look at an informational text. As you know, informational text are those pieces of text that provide you real information about real people, real places, real things, real events, real ideas. And so we thought it was important to continue with that skill because informational texts are types of text that you will continue to engage with in the years to come. So if you look at the format once again this week, you will notice that you have the same setup that we've had before. We have provided you with the audio link for the text. The text is titled, "Why Are These Chips So Delicious?" It is from Scholastic Scope, so you should be familiar with the format that Scholastic Scope often provides for their articles. Not a long read, pretty interesting information. As you're reading, be sure to take a look at the information that is given to you right after the title. Sometimes we forget that information, we don't look at it, and often it can provide you with the main idea of what the text is going to be about, that you could then use that for an objective summary as well. Also, be sure to take a look at maybe if there are any images there. Sometimes images provide you with more information, or as well, look at your headings. For example, I see one here that says slimy pink blob, and then another one here, burst of flavor. Those headings help you with figuring out the topic of that section, and then that topic can then lead you to figuring out a main idea statement. And that seems to be something that you all are continuing to struggle with. And so we're taking a look back at that as well this week. So just looking back at some of the tasks that you have to complete this week. Again, your goal is to choose any 5 of the tasks that are provided for you. You have 8, but you only have to do 5. Students, whenever you are replying back or completing the task, please be as detailed as possible with your response. If you just give us one little word, that really doesn't help us to know if you really are truly grasping the skill. Sometimes we can figure that out, but there are some times where we just cannot. Also, try to make sure that you, especially those of you who are writing on paper and then sending us pictures, we can't understand your handwriting sometimes. So we really need you all to slow down with the writing. And if you can, just please do it electronically for us if you can. As far as this section right here, determining the central idea, it says determine the central idea of the text using information you obtain from the beginning, middle, and end of the text, and write the central idea in no less than 15 words and no more than 30. Again, informational text. When you're asked to find the central idea of an informational text, you're being asked to find the main idea or key point. Notice it says for the main idea, we want you to write it in no less than 15 words and no more than 30. Do not start the statement with the main idea or the central idea of the text is. You don't need to do that, okay? Just tell us, what is this text mostly about in no less than 15 words, but no more than 30 words? For this one here, for 8.3, it does mention that this skill here is a difficult skill. That was something that we noticed in the second benchmark that we took. That 8.3 for informational text, we missed a lot of those questions. So be on the lookout for some assistance with that one probably by Wednesday. If you choose to do this one and struggle through it, I would suggest trying to go ahead. If you know that this is one that 8th grade struggles with a lot, then try it on your own to see. And then by Wednesday, when you get that mini lesson shared with you via email or Google Classroom, you can be able to compare to see like, oh man, I was spot on, or oh, I was a little bit off. So definitely take a look at that one. For 8.4, which is dealing with analyzing word choice and tone and context clues, hopefully that's pretty self-explanatory. There are some bold print words that are in the article. Let me zoom in a little bit here and see if we can see. So if you notice, here are some bold print words. It is your task to use only what you see there within the text to complete the items that you see. So it's a 3-column chart. You're placing each word in the correct column as being positive, negative, or neutral connotation. Down here at the bottom, it tells you connotation is the emotion or feeling suggested by a word. How does a word make you feel? That's a part of a word's meaning as well. And so you're trying to determine if the word comes off positive, negative, or neutral. It does say that you'll need to use context clues first and then your phone or mobile device to help you with the meanings of the words. So we're not asking you for the meaning of the word. We just want to know, where would these words be placed if the connotation, if we were looking for a positive connotation, negative connotation, and neutral connotation, and figuring that out. But we're suggesting to you to start with seeing if you can figure out what the words mean first. Okay. And I want to say that is probably the only thing that I wanted to explain to you. Yeah, I think that's about it. I feel like you all should be able to get the rest of these with no problem. However, if you do find yourself running into some trouble, feel free to email myself, Ms. Stoles, and we should be, or Ms. Alexander, we should all be able to support you in some form or fashion with the text this week. Thank you to, who is this? Nelson. Nelson is already online and ready to rock and roll with this week's assignment. Big shout out to him for being on top of it these last few weeks. Thank you to all of you who are still continuing to do the work despite the distance. We appreciate you so much. I love seeing your names pop up for turning in work or that you're going to the school to drop it off. Thank you guys so much. All right, let us know if you have any questions. Good luck this week. Talk to you all soon.